And hello to everyone out there today. It is I, Axayomi. Hello, everybody. If you're doing well and having a wonderful time being, hopefully, hello, Cola, and being nice and happy on this lovely little Friday that we're at. I'm like trying to think what day of the week I'm in, and I'm just like, God, I don't remember. That's how I feel. I'm just like, I don't remember anymore. But yes, good morning. Hello. I had a very uneventful evening. Well, I had a very uneventful work day. I essentially just did my job. Was very chill, can't complain. Trying to like get a bunch of shit done so I can like actually move on. Like next week I'm going to be doing a lot of testing for work, which it'll be nice to finally be able to get. It'll be kind of nice to maybe do something else for a bit, but like also I'm very much looking for. I want to get started in this case. I'm so eager. I've been wanting to try and actually finish this trilogy for so long. I'm so close. It'll still take me like quite a few weeks just to even do that, which is great. It's content. Anyways, okay. I need. Oh, right. Actually, I'm going to. Well, I need to like. As much as I love my background noises, I do need to turn those off. You know what? I'll switch it over to nighttime since it's going to be like dark for me anyways, no matter what. And... oh, right. Sorry. And desktop audio. I'm like, right. I'm forgetting something. Everything is here. Everything is ready to go. Do I have water in here? I have some water. I will probably have to take a water break, though. Alright, everybody. I think we're good to go. Right, I need to put you down. Wait. Oh, that's weird. Huh. Alright, I'll just put you over there, then. Interesting. I didn't realize it did that. Huh. I am learning so many things about how things work. Okay. Alright, chat. It's time for us to get started on the next case. Ugh. The stolen turnabout. Alright, let's go. The time is 1 a.m. Detective, we made it! Whew. What a relief. Glad the jewel is still safe. Oh, you said it, pal. It must have been our rock-solid security that scared them off. Would you mind opening the safe just to double-check? Hi, Onyx. How are you doing? We've been had! Out front, guards! Turn on the searchlights! Better luck next time, gentlemen! Excuse me, but I'm afraid I must be leaving now. And he returned back to his people. We shall meet again when the next moon is full. Back to our normal lives. October 11th, 3:24 p.m. Wright and Co. law offices. Hey Nick, get a load of this. Hey, are you listening to me? You can clean the toilet later. This is important. What are you freaking out about now? Today will be the last time you talk to me that way. We're about to hit the big time. The big time? And what do you mean by we? You don't mean you and me are. Don't be silly. I'm talking about me and Pearly, of course. Hello, it's a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Nick. Pearls, you haven't changed a bit. Wait, what are you doing here anyway? Haven't you heard, Mr. Nick? Here, take a look at this. What's this? Some kind of poster? Treasure eggs. Corain Village, isn't that... That's right, it's our hometown, Pearly and mine, that is. What's this about treasures from the boonies? Very funny. You can laugh all you want. But you'll be singing another tune tonight. Tonight? What about tonight? The Treasures of Corain exhibit doesn't actually start until next week, but the promoter sent us some special VIP entry passes. That's why I dressed up extra special today. What do you think, Nick? Same man, different day. As for how am I doing? I'm doing pretty okay. I took a nice nap earlier. I've been trying to be better about how long my naps are in the afternoon, and that's like a slow-going project. Getting a lot better about it, but still. Ugh. Otherwise, I'm glad it's basically the start of my weekend, and I can just play fun games and be a silly panda on the internet. This young lady here is Mia Fey. Younger sister of Mia Fey, my friend and mentor. I first met her 2 years ago. I was working on the case surrounding Mia's death, and ever since then, I've been the one who's been keeping this law firm afloat from behind the scenes. Actually, that's just a cover for her true identity. In reality, she's a spirit medium, and a bit of a shady character. Hey! Who are you calling shady? And this little girl is Pearl Fey, but I usually call her Pearls. She's Mia's cousin, and a spirit medium in training herself. I know I'm a bit young, but I want to help in any way I can, Mr. Nick. Corain Village is the home of the mysterious Corain channeling technique. And Maya here is the daughter of the Corain schoolmaster of channeling. The Corain School of Channeling's master. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's no joke. I've seen her powers with my own eyes. It's the real thing, alright. Earth to Nick, how long are you going to make two gorgeous women like us wait? Yeah, Mr. Nick, I can't wait any longer. I want to see the exhibition. The exhibit, but still. Looks like I don't get a choice here. Might as well head on out. Treasure exhibit poster added to the court record. October 11th, 7:18 p.m. Lord Leigh Taylor, main exhibit hall. Lord Leigh Taylor, the city's fanciest and most expensive department store. Treasure exhibit, huh? I have to admit, I'm pretty impressed. Wow, this is awesome. Yeah, you can make even the cheapest junk look great. It all depends on how you display it. Oh, they even have the dusty old hanging scroll that was in Faye Manor's storeroom. Oh yeah, I remember scribbling on it when I was a little girl. Oh, on a family heirloom? Say, Nick, the person in charge of this exhibit is waiting for us in the basement warehouse. Alright, I guess we should go and say hello. October 11th, Lordly Taylor, basement warehouse. Yep, this is a basement warehouse, alright. This place is scary. I feel like a monster could jump out at any time. Don't be scared, Pearly. I'll protect you. Oh, Mr. Right. A monster! You were right! A monster? Oh, I'm sorry. Good evening. It's good to see you again. You? I know you. Nice to see you again too, little miss. Hello? Is she a friend of yours, Nick? And how do you know Pearly? Nice to meet you. I'm Adrian Andrews. I'm in charge of the promotion and planning for the treasure exhibit. Which is really funny that Maya would not know who the fuck she is because she was kidnapped throughout the entire time of that entire case, which is hilarious. I'm also responsible for the security arrangements. Oh, nice to meet you. Adrian sure has changed since we last met. So this is the warehouse. The real valuable exhibit items are still stored away in here. It really has been a long time, hasn't it, Mr. Wright? Nick, what's going on? Who is this woman? Why are you freaking out on me? What? I just thought it had to be more dramatic if I got all worked up, that's all. Mystic Mia, you shouldn't let him off the hook so easily. Please, Mia, don't say anything that'll needle pearls further. Mr. Wright was there for me when I really needed help. It was something that happened 7 months ago. You remember, don't you? The Nickel Samurai case? Not really. I was stuck in a dark wine cellar. Did that escape your memory? Just her being like, no, stupid, I was kidnapped throughout the entirety of this. After that, I quit being a manager and started this job. Wow, that's tough. I'm sorry, Miss Andrews, if it wasn't for us. Man, imagine quitting a job and being able to get a job like this within 7 months. Fuck. No, don't say that. I'm glad the whole thing happened. Thanks to you and everyone else that was involved, I was able to change my whole life. I really am grateful. That's a relief. I'm really impressed, Miss Andrews. Handling a huge exhibit like this must be very tiring. Well, Lordly Taylor is celebrating their 200th anniversary this year. The works on display in the main exhibit hall are worthy of the finest museums. Woohoo! Did you hear that, Pearly? The finest museums! Yes, I did! That's really wonderful! So this basement warehouse is pretty well protected, huh? Of course it is. After all, there are some priceless treasures here. The security guards are all very highly trained as well. That sounds good. So, what is with that face she's making? I wanted to do something nice for you and your friends, Mr. Wright. So that's why you arranged this exhibit? I knew that Karain Village was the hometown of your assistant, Maya. I thought it would be great to let the rest of the world know about it, too. But that's not exactly thinking me, per se, is it? Maybe, but who'd want to see an exhibit of the treasures of Phoenix Wright? I guess I can't argue with that one. Wait, slide. Examine. Mystic Man, take a look next to the door. That's Mystic Amy, right? Yes, that's a statue of the woman who invented the Korean channeling technique, Amy Faye. The statue is on loan from one of the training halls of the Faye branch family. In fact, it just arrived this morning. A statue of the founder of the Korean channeling technique. It's holding the she's holding a sword. What's the creepy looking thing she's holding? Don't ask me, how should I know? Hero, hello! Well, you are the future master, right? Maybe so, but this is the first time I've ever seen this statue. That thing is the Karain... It's a ceremonial sword. It's not a real weapon, so the blade isn't sharp. Aw, phooey, I wanted to cut something. What are you eyeing me for? Oh, look, it's already 8. Have you all eaten yet? Well, actually, I've already made a reservation at the restaurant on the 12th floor. Why don't we all dine together? Oh, I like the sound of that, dine. It sounds so fancy. I'll have the kids' lunch. Pearly, it's dinner, not lunch. Why don't you go for it and really eat your fill with a kid's dinner? Okay, in that case, one kid's dinner for me. Shall we head upstairs, then? After that pleasant evening, all that remained was to wait for the exhibition's opening. It was wonderful seeing Miss Andrews looking so happy. None of us could have imagined that the very next day something terrible would happen. October 12th at 10:09 a.m. Nick, this is terrible! What? You're cleaning the toilet again? I never knew you were such a toilet freak. Give me a break, would you? My brain just hit the snooze button for the 5th time. I'm going to turn on the TV. We've got an update on the recent treasure heist. Based on clues found at the scene of the crime, authorities have announced that they believe it was the work of the renowned phantom thief, Masked Mask. Masked the Mask. According to the spokesperson, Lordly Taylor received a threat letter some days ago. This is the 5th heist by this phantom thief, who only targets rare treasures. Lordly Taylor? Well, Nick, what are you going to do? Don't you dare go back to scrubbing the toilet. Treasure? Lordly Taylor, you don't think. Yes, now get up, Nick. It was stolen by Mask to Mask. Our most valuable treasure. The Karain's sacred urn was stolen. What? Refresh my memory a little. What's the sacred urn? It's only the most important treasure in Karain Village, that's all. Look, it's right there on the poster. Don't you remember what's inside? The urn contains a very important soul. Namely, the soul of Mystic Amy Faye, the founder of the Karain channeling technique. Right, Pearly? Yes, that's right. Hold up. I thought the urn had the name Amy written on it. Now it says I am. Any idea how that happened, Pearly? Well... there are some things best left unsolved, wouldn't you say, Mr. Nick? That's right. 1 year ago, there was a murder in Karain Village, Maya's hometown. Really? I forget, like, how little time actually passes between so many of these cases. The sacred urn. It turned out to be an important clue in that case. Sacred urn added to the court record. It was terrible. I was arrested and everything. 1 year ago, the murder in Karain Village. A man was killed during one of Maya's spirit channelings. And this urn wound up being the key piece of evidence that proved her innocence. Mr. Nick? Would you mind not telling Mystic Maya about that? You promised, remember? You said you wouldn't tell anyone I broke the urn. Oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember, this urn used to say Amy on it. Until Pearl's accidentally broken into a million pieces. She tried to secretly fix it. Let's just say it didn't work out so well. Sorry, I'm not so good at arts and crafts spelling either. Anyway, this is how her gluing project turned out. She put the pieces together wrong, and now instead of Amy, it says I am. can't believe no one's noticed this until now, a whole year later. I can't believe it myself. What to do? Okay, the toilet is shinier than the judge's head, so let's see what's next. What's wrong with you, Nick? What do you mean? What do you mean, what do I... Mr. Nick, your beloved Mystic Mia's treasure has been stolen! Does that even bother you? But I thought the urn was the village's treasure, so I don't see how... The village is Mystic Mia. She's the future master of the Crane School of Channeling. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Nick. I won't let you say you don't. Okay, I do. So what am I supposed to do about it? Isn't it obvious? Go and find the bad guy who did it. Yeah, and get the sacred urn back. But I'm not a detective. I'm a lawyer. That's nothing to do with it. If you're a real gentleman, you would find it for your beloved Mystic Mia. Man, there's no winning against Pearl's fairy tale image of love. Also, hey Damien, how are you? So what's the name of this bad guy again? Mask to Mask, Nick. Make a note of it. Mask to Mask. Well, I guess we're going to the main exhibit. October 12th, Lordly Taylor, main exhibit hall. Right, let's see if we can find some clues that might lead us to the bad guy. But it doesn't look like anything has been disturbed. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same as it did last night. Bad guy, huh? Hey, you can't poke around here, pal! Wait a minute, that voice. Not him again. It's you! And I'm the one who should be saying not again. Why is it that every time something bad happens, you always show up, pal? I should be asking you that. Aren't you there? Aren't there any other detectives? No, I should be asking you that. What are you doing hanging around here? Hey, I asked you first. Why are you here any... Alright, we got it. Why don't you two kiss and make up already? Hello. It's been a long time, Mr. Scruffy Detective. Oh, it's you, little missy. Actually, my name is Gumshoe, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Now's a good chance for you to try to remember it right. And if it's too long for you, you can just call him Dick. Okay, it's good to see you again, Mr. Detective Dick. Yeah, good to see you again too, I guess. Mr. Detective Dick, can you tell us about what happened? I'm sorry. Just the fact that she's like, Mr. Detective Dick, and he's like, please, just stop calling me that. It's like, please, don't say that so loudly. You're trying to remember my name, girl. It's Gumshoe, okay? Anyway, the thief stole something called the Sacred Urn. I know about that. Oh, well, the criminal's name is Mask to Mask. I know about that, too. Detective, can't you tell us something other than that? Well, I guess I sort of kind of owe you guys, in a way. The crime occurred last night at around 1:30 in the morning. How exactly do you know that? We got an emergency phone call from a guard at the scene of the crime, pal. He said the urn was just stolen. The scene of the crime? You mean here, right? Wrong. The urn was being kept under careful guard in the basement warehouse. Basement warehouse, huh? So who was guarding the basement warehouse? That guy. It's all his fault that the thief got away, pal. He solves one case and gets a swelled head thinking that he's an ace detective. Ace detective? So why do you call him an ace detective anyway? That's what he calls himself, pal. I didn't make it up. So, what's he like? Well, like I told you, Mask to Mask has made 5 heists so far. On the 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get the stolen treasure back. Wow, that is impressive. All by himself? Yeah, I gotta admit, pal, maybe he really is as good as he says. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send our men on a stakeout. But none of us have ever gotten so much as a glimpse of the guy. But Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief. Anyway, he's at the scene of the crime right now, looking for clues. So he's down in the basement warehouse, huh? Hey, Detective Gumshoe, about this mask to mask. Is he famous? What? You're joking, right, Nick? Mask to mask is the hottest thing since sliced bread. Sometimes he appears as a museum guard. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bear known to surprise unsuspecting victims. But underneath those disguises is the true mask to mask. So he's some kind of master of disguise, huh? And he's only gone after the finest works of art, pal. Last night was his 5th heist. If Lordly Taylor had only cooperated, I could have caught him this time. What? Then you knew that he was planning on stealing the sacred urn? Of course I did. The guy always sends his calling card before he steals something. Calling card, huh? They mentioned that on TV. So what's his calling card? Here it is. But don't show it to anyone, it's top secret, okay, pal? What's this mark on the front? That's Mask to Mask's signature emblem, pal. You could say it's his mark. All of his calling cards have got it on them. They didn't mention that on the news flash. We're withholding that detail from the public for operational reasons. The only way we can tell if a calling card is real or not is by this emblem. You know what's really funny is that I believe that's the same emblem that's also used in... I think it's like Super Mario 2? Like there's this one very specific, like, I guess it's like a trap or a threat that's literally just like that face that just like moves across the screen and tries to hurt the character that you chose. It's like, I'm looking at this being like, that looks very familiar to that. Anyways. That makes sense. When you get famous, there are always imitators. Mr. Nick, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycat someday. Thanks, I guess. I probably already do have those from like... Actually, is Dr. Layton like an imitator? This reminds me of a puzzle. Or ones I have even had heard of. There's the Tear of Ima or the Crown of Ongoria. Sacred of Karain is famous too, right, Pearly? Of course, everyone in Karain Village knows about it. Sounds like we've got an unpredictable thief on our hands. Remember, don't tell anyone about that emblem, okay? Hi, Fuzzy. How are you? Does Thief ever send these to the police? No, always to the victims. Up until now, the victims have always come to us looking for help, though. That's not what happened this time, you mean? You got that right, pal. Listen up, if you guys ever get one of these calling cards, I want you to come to us right away, got me? Yeah, sure. I guess we're going into the basement? No mysteries to solve for this bat. What about the mystery of why I'm not squishing you, though? No matter how many times we come here, this place always gives me the chills. It's probably because it's air conditioned, to protect the art pieces, you know. I love air conditioning! Welcome to my private little banquet of chaos. What the heck does that mean? I'm sorry, I have to give him a more. I have to give him a more. Yeah, okay. I'm afraid I have very little to offer, but please make yourself at home. Who are you anyway? Shh, silence. Now I see, it's all becoming clear. Oh, what do you see? Xavier, the truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium, neither very advanced at their trade. Am I wrong? Yikes, that's scary. How did you know that? How, you say? The universal skeptic would say that how is nothing but a question of why. I am a traveler both time and space, and a swimmer of dreams. What is he talking about? I can't make heads or tails of it. Without further ado, let me fulfill what should be the first duty of any gentleman, and introduce myself. My name is Atme. Look at me. It's gonna do Phoenix wrong at this. Hi, Mitsuru. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, babe? How are you? I forget the. You know, there's just some things with Phoenix Wright that I'm just like, oh right, the puns and the names and everything. I'm tired and hungry. Well, stop being hungry. You can fix that yourself. I don't know what to do about tired. I'm also tired, but I'm always tired. Look at me. Ace Detective. Oh, hi. Excuse me. Imagine not being tired. I know, right? Don't let him intimidate you, Nick. Stand up and show him what you're made of. The name's right. Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney. I'm Maya Fey, Ace Spirit Medium. And I'm, Pearly Fey. I'm Mystic Maya's cousin and, Spirit Medium Ace Apprentice. Excellent! Well then, shall we begin our little game? Game? Why does the phrase, one short of a baker's dozen, come to mind with this guy? I'd be less tired and hungry if I actually got out of my bed. Or you could stay in bed. So, are you really as famous as you say? Of course! For a lawyer, you have a rather shocking lack of knowledge about the world. I had no idea anyone was left in the city that had not heard of me. Look at me! I am Master Mask's arch enemy, the Ace Detective. Look at me! At this moment, there are two mighty figures which loom large over this grand city. One embodies the nefarious forces of darkness, the other the angelic cherubs of light. Boy, now I'm really lost. What is he saying, Nick? I have been personally on the heels of this villain since his first crime. After learning this criminal's patterns, I thwarted his very latest loathsome larceny. I even returned the target of his tyranny, the portrait of Megina, to the crime scene. And I did it all by myself. I took it back from Master Mask with my brawny mind and my brilliant muscles. Yeah, they mentioned it on the news in the Great People Around Town segment. They said that the museum gave you an incredible jewel as a reward. Well, compared to the treasure that I retrieved from them, it's not much. So, in the end, the only thing that makes you great is your own self-praise. Oh, tell us what you know about Master Mask, and keep it simple, please. Like about how I have devoted my life to thwarting his dastardly deeds? Last night here in the bowels of the store, we were locked in a most glorious battle. I see. What? Hey, wait, hang on a second. You were here last night, here in Lordly Taylor? Naturally, wherever Damask goes, you will find Atme laying his elegant traps. Elegant traps, more like Damask out-eleganced you and made a beautiful getaway. But this time I allowed him to escape with the illusion of victory. I wonder if I should ask him about what happened last night in more detail. Can you tell us exactly what happened here last night? But of course, after all, I always say there should be no secrets between aces. That could be taken so out of context. I know so many friends that would just be like, yes, there are no secrets between us aces here. Flattery will get you nowhere, Pinocchio. I first received the request for my services 20 days ago. Yeah, at me. And it was 10 days ago that we received Master Mask's calling card. Huh? You were hired before the calling card even arrived? Yes, you see, the person who hired me is quite rigorous and thorough. That's Adrian for you. A mere 10 days after hiring me, her worst premonitions were realized. A calling card arrived, right? Yes, so ace detective that I am, I set a trap for the thief right in the warehouse. I waited for him, alone. Alone? But why? Why didn't you go to the police for help? Ridiculous! Why would I seek help from such a singularly useless group of nincompoops? You know, at least Atme has the right idea here, though. You know, like solid statement right here. How far will flattery get us, though? I don't know. It depends on how you're flattering me, Fuzzy. You got a lot of nerve. After all, it was you that let Damask get away. I always operate alone and concealed, out of the sight of others. Concealed? Precisely! Even the guards on duty here were unaware of my presence. To fool your enemies, first you must fool your friends. It's my own original proverb. Anyway, back to what happened last night. As I was saying, I hid here in the warehouse and waited for the thief to arrive. But I swear to you, not a solitary soul came through that entrance. Nevertheless, the sacred urn disappeared. But that's impossible. How could it just disappear? How, you ask? Don't be ridiculous, Sir Lawyer. If I knew the answer to that question, I wouldn't be here. For someone who seriously messed up his own steakhouse, he's rather full of himself. So you're saying that even though no one came through those doors last night, our precious urn still somehow vanished from under your nose? That's just not possible. You're not fair, young lady. I promise I shall retrieve your urn. Thank you, Detective Atme. I'm counting on you. The final round between Detective Look At Me and Master Mask is set to begin. Still, there's something funny about this guy. Yeah, but don't forget he managed to retrieve the treasure from the last heist. Yes, I even had a video that details my role in the whole affair. I recorded it directly from the news on TV. Can I interest you in a copy? No, thank you. Master Mask calling card. It's got his emblem printed on it, right? Quite impressive. But I would expect nothing less from my arch rival. I'm surprised to see you in possession of such a top-secret piece of information. Well, we got an ace lawyer, an ace spirit medium, and an ace cousin apprentice here. Yes, indeed. I think I could learn to like you, my fellow ace professional. My fellow ace professionals! I don't know if I really want this guy to like us, ever. Well, Sir Lawyer, I've been told that you two are pursuing the mysterious thief. Well, I'm not sure I would say that. That's right. We're going to find the sacred urn no matter what we have to do. Excellent. I will trust you. I permit you to take a look around while I investigate elsewhere. If perchance you should discover something of value, return then to my office. My Office of Earthly Delights, the Atme Detective Agency. Office of Earthly Delights? Well then, Sir Lawyer, if you'll excuse me, I have much to do. Wait a minute. He's gone. I don't like the idea of doing this guy's work for him. Come on, Nick. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Let's hurry up and investigate before he changes his mind. I want to go to his office too. Take me with you, okay? Time to examine that pathetic-looking wooden box. Ah! That's the box that had the sacred urn in it! Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on there. I worked so hard to make that box. Huh? You made that poor excuse for a box, Mia? What's that supposed to mean? That urn has always been on its stand in the winding way of Fae Manor. So there was no box suitable for it, Mr. Nick. And I was so proud of it. Poor Mia. Maybe it had been better if Master Mass had taken the box, too. Wow, this is awesome. What did Miss Andrews say it was called again? It's literally the 7-branch sword in Japanese, or so says Miss Andrews. It's not like we're speaking Japanese right now, technically, or anything. We're in California. Whoa, it's pretty heavy. One hit 7 times the fun. Pretty catchy, huh? I bet it'd sell like hotcakes. There's something about it that bothers me. Wow, you're really firing on all cylinders today, Pearls. The sword. Wasn't Mr. Amy holding it last night? And another thing, the sword wasn't bent last night like it is now. You're right. Awesome, Pearly. I wouldn't expect any less from my little ace apprentice. The sword is bent, so that must mean last night someone used it somehow. Aha! I just thought of something. Maybe Detective Atme smashed Master Mask with it. Like this. Yeah! What the heck? What do you think, Pearly? I think it's even more bent than it was before. Oh man, my head. My hair! A ceremonial sword held in the hand of Amy Faye's statue wasn't bent before the crime. Hey, Pearly, do you know what this is? It's a computer. A computer? Oh, I've heard of those. It has such a cute name. It looks like this computer is for storing the data from the security camera. When someone comes in or out of the warehouse, the camera takes a photo of them. It's probably the trap that the detective set up. Let's see if we can find the last night's data on this thing. Might even find a photo of Master Mask. Let's see here. Man, I really stink at working these things. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? You're sweating an awful lot. I don't know how to pull up the photos. I had no idea you were so pathetic with high-tech stuff, Nick. Yeah, well, I managed to print out the camera's data anyway. I guess you have to learn to crawl before you can walk, right, Nick? Yeah, sure. Anyway, it looks like the camera only went off once last night. The warehouse camera went off once at around 1 AM on the night of the crime. Look what you did, Nick. You spilled paint over here. I didn't do that. Well, it wasn't here last night. I would have noticed the color this outrageous. But this paint has already dried up. Well then, you should have cleaned it up before it dried, Nick. I'm sorry, I love how, like, this bright-ass pink makes me want to just be like, a body has been discovered! Because it's just... It's the same color as Danganronpa uses for their blood. And so I'm just over here like, a body was here. Paint doesn't dry that fast. Besides, I told you it wasn't me. It looks like it's been several days since it was spilt. Hey, look at this. What is it? There's some kind of shape left in the bottom left side of the stain. Huh, you're right. I wonder what it could be. Chinese food? The statue of Mystic Amy is so cool. I want a gold statue of myself. We could put it in the office. Hey, it's right, Inko. How about a gold statue of me? Mr. Nick, I'm sorry, but I know something strange. What is it, Pearls? The statue of Mystic Amy. Was this where it was last night? Pretty sure it was closer to the door. Yeah, I think you're right. Great job, Pearly. I wouldn't expect anything less from my ace cousin. So the statue was moved on the night of the crime. Moved to the night of the crime. Mr. Nick, what's that big door over there? It looks like it's the door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there. I guess that's where they were keeping the sacred urn. Remember, man, Miss Andrews said we're not allowed in there. It says organi. No, it doesn't, Nick. It says organize. You just can't see the last two letters. Yeah, well, I guess no one else could read it either because this place is a mess. Yeah, it must feel... And you must feel right at home, huh? Looks like a part of a big signboard. All I can read on it is the burr. Aha, I got it! Maybe it's supposed to say hamburger. Why would anyone write hamburger that big? Like, maybe for the World Hamburger Festival or something? I kinda doubt it. Aha, I got it! Maybe it says spaghetti. Why are you talking about food? Oh wait, that's normal for you. Anyway, it says burr. There's no way it could be spaghetti. Well, maybe it was a typo. It might have said Spaghetti Festival. What do you think? Okay, to me. Besides, spaghetti is the only thing more tangible than your reasoning. It's a security camera. It's trained on the big door in the storeroom. It's set up to take a photo of anyone that goes in or out. A security camera? Yeah, go stand in front of the door and it'll snap your photo too, Pearly. Mystic Mia, do you think I should smile? Nah, it's for criminals, so I think you should make a really scary face. Ooh, chicken parm sandwich. That sounds delicious. Like this! Look, a ladder! That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. Why do I feel like we've had this exact same conversation before somewhere? If I actually recall, there really is not a difference between a ladder and a step ladder, technically speaking. Like, they're essentially the same thing. You could try to differentiate it if you want to, but it's like... There is, but there isn't. Exactly, it's just a ladder. I feel like this is everything I can do right now, so... I guess we'll just... go somewhere else? Hey Nick, your cell phone's ringing. It's a literal splitting hairs thing. Hello, Phoenix right here. Ha 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 ha! It's me, Gumshoe! Gumshoe? Well, what is it? What's so funny? I'll tell you what's funny, pal. I finally beat him. I beat Mr. Ace Detective. Finally, this underdog is the alpha dog today. That stuck-up detective's met his match. Yep, I finally caught him. Lock, stock, and barrel. There's no escape for him. You caught him? Are you saying... You captured Mask to Mask? Bingo! Well, actually, he surrendered. But I still got him. Mask to Mask surrendered? That's great! So, when can we come and pick up the Sacred Urn? Well, you see, I was gonna tell you. What? Something wrong? Do you think you could swing by the detention center sometime? The detention center? He wants to talk to you. Mask to Mask, that is. What? He wants to talk to Nick? I'll be waiting for you, pal, so get over here soon. Detention center, huh? Hey, pal, welcome to the detention center. You sure are in a happy mood, aren't you? Yep. After all, we got right, but, so where's the Sacred Urn? Oh, sorry about that, pal. I guess I didn't really think about it before. But you're the victim in this case. Well, I guess I should let you guys hear the story straight from the horse's mouth. You know, he's right, Nick. He is. If you think about it real hard, we are the victims. Well, I guess so, in a way. I'm so used to thinking of the victim as a dead person because we're always on a murder cases. Excuse me. But anyway, I have to get the Sacred Urn back. Please, don't just ignore me! Who are you? A Mask to Mask, okay? Hey, Nick, doesn't he look kind of, well, gangly? I'm Ron Delight. Ron Delight? Yeah. Delit? Ron Delit? Gangly, yes. Ugh. Is that Delit or Delight? Ron Delight. I think it's light. If I'm reading things correctly. Delight like delight. Okay. I figured it was Delight, but I wasn't sure. The famous Mask to Mask. I don't think this guy could punch his way out of a wet paper bag. So, you're the Mask to Mask guy? Yes, you bet! No, that's wrong. You see, it's complicated. Sort of yes and sort of no, if you know what I mean. What's wrong? Well, when I say wrong, what I really mean to say that it's not right, per se. You see, it's not spelled Mask to Mask, it's actually Mask Star to Mask. What's with this guy? Well, he's a timid little weakling, we know that much. Don't do that! Don't look at me like that! I don't need your pity! And a major crybaby, too. So, why did you give yourself up? Well, you see, it's because, well... I know why, it's because you stole such a priceless treasure. And now you're overwhelmed with guilt, am I right? Priceless treasure, that broken urn. I have a little favor to ask. Yes, what is it? Could you go and talk to Desi? Desi? So, who is this Desi person? Please don't talk about my wife like that! I guess she must be his wife. I'm sorry, the truth is, it was my wife that told me to have you all come here. Do you think you could go and have her go and visit her at my hideout? Hideout? Mr. Nick, what does he mean by hideout? Oh, sorry, naturally, I meant to say my secret base. Secret base? Well, my apartment actually, a Plaza Pelpipi, third floor. Let's go have a look, Nick. To mess hideout. Something tells me she just likes the sound of the word hideout. Look, we really want our urn back, so where is it? I'm sorry, I'll give it back. I really will. Maybe not. No, I can't. I can't make promises I can't keep. I'll just end up hurting people. Mr. Nick, I couldn't hear what he just said, especially the last part. Mr. Damask, do you think you could speak up a little? Yes, sir, I will, I promise. Maybe not. You see, I'm already speaking in my normal voice, so I really can't do anything. Mr. Damask, about the urn. Oh, yes, the urn! Right away! Actually, no. I wouldn't mind telling you, but actually I'm afraid you wouldn't believe me anyway. Enough already, just tell us to it straight. Please don't yell at me! I'm sorry. That urn, I lost it! What? Lost it? What did you just say? Did you say you lost it? Yes, no, maybe so. I mean, yes, I lost it! What do you mean? Well, you know, I lost it. Like I said, these things just happen. You're on the train and you get distracted and you forget your bag, you know. What? You forgot our sacred urn on a train? Wait a minute, you went on a train dressed like that? No, I was just speaking hypothetically, that's all. Anyway, I'm sorry, I just lost it somewhere. I don't know where. This guy's story is more surreal than a Dahlia painting. Are you really sure this creep is Master Mask? Yeah, don't call him a creep. Although, I do have to admit, I understand your doubts about this guy. Oh, that's my Master Mask calling card. Pretty nice looking, huh? He looks so happy. I'm not very good at writing, you see. So I bought a book called How to Write Business Letters and studied hard. Well, I guess you could call thievery a type of business. What a fucking dweeb of a person. I know! Isn't he adorable? I'm really sorry it caused so much trouble. If you're so sorry, then you shouldn't have stolen it in the first place. But the only thing I did wrong was lose. Well, that's not right. I was wrong either way. I'm sure the owners of the other treasures feel the same. He sure seems sorry. Who would have imagined that such a famous thief would have such a pure heart? Okay. I don't think there's anything else I can show him. Certainly doesn't hurt. Okay, that's the same as showing the urn. Wow, check this place out. No doubt about it, this is Master Mask's hideout, alright. Who is it? Is that you, Ronnie? Huh? Who are you people? Are you Destiny Delight? That's right. I am Desiree. You must be the lawyer and the victim. Yeah, that's us. Your husband told us to stop by and speak with you. I'm Maya Fey, and this is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nicky boy and Maya, huh? I can tell how grateful I am that you decided to help my Ronnie. Well, yeah, you're welcome. Did she really call me Nicky boy? About your husband. Good night, Fuzzy. I love how he's like this very, very polite, demure, and then he has this like bombastic wife, and I'm just like, no, this fits though. This is literally the woman that would go up to the front counter and be like, no, you tell them that you didn't want pickles on your burger, as he's like shying away, clearly upset that there are pickles on his burgers, was like not wanting to say anything about it. About your husband. Isn't he the cutest? A bit weak sometimes, though. A bit. By the way, did you know they mentioned Maya on TV? Huh? Really? They said you only earn and that you're... They said that you only earn and that you're doing some shady training at a law office now. It reminded me not to watch that channel's news program. After I saw that, I thought it might be a good idea to meet the lawyer they mentioned. I see. My Ronnie, he has a powerful imagination and gets deluded easily. You know, they get up to some wild shit. I bet they do. Also, hi Izzy. How are you doing? He kept insisting he was going to surrender to the police. I didn't know what to do. It was me, I stole that urn, he kept saying, as if it was even possible. But are you saying he didn't? Of course he didn't. Why would my Ronnie ever do something like that? Well, you know, it's a priceless treasure, and he's, you know... Is it possible his own wife doesn't know his secret identity? Me, I'm the kind of woman that needs excitement in her life. Oh, excitement, huh? Yes, I'm at my happiest when I'm racing along with my bike going at full throttle. Riding a motorcycle is like putting your life on the line, you know what I mean. Well, I think that depends on how you ride it. I'm the type that can't stand living a boring, dreary old life with no action. No offense, but your husband, Ron, doesn't exactly look like the risk-taking type himself. You're right about that. He's definitely not one for thrills and danger. But I do have to say that he makes up for it in other ways. Other ways? Yes, money. Ronnie is incredibly rich and super generous. She didn't even give me enough time to make the joke. Although it does land us into the old like, ah, yes, money. If he doesn't have the looks, he better have the bucks. And Ronnie has the moolah for me. He bought me a bike that's so fast it would make your head spin. And shopping, I like to shop so much it makes Ron's head spin. The other day it actually happened, his head actually started to spin. Man, talk about a high maintenance wife. So where does Mr. Delight get all his money from? Ronnie's a security guard, they put their lives on the line, right? So they get paid tons of money in return, tons of it. He's a security guard? I think it's my turn for my head to spin. Can you tell us about what happened last night? What time did that incident take place again? What time was it again, Maya? Well, according to Detective Gumshoe, it was around 1:30 in the morning. Ah, last night was horrible. I got pulled over. Pulled over? Yes, I always do my best flying at night. Flying? You're talking about your motorcycle, right? Yes! Anyway, last night I got pulled over by a policeman. I can't believe he caught up to me. It was a great chase, let me tell you. When he finally caught me, the poor man was as white as a sheet. It was about 3 in the morning when I finally got home. Sounds like she's got an airtight alibi. Well, what about Mr. Delight? I don't really know. We weren't together at the time of the night. When I got home, he was already fast asleep. So basically, he's got no alibi. So what do you know about this? No, you can't show her that, Nick. That emblem's top secret, don't you remember? Oops, sorry about that. The way she said top secret was a worse giveaway than what I did. Oh, when I heard the word top secret, it just piques my interest like nothing else. Terrific, you can count on Ronnie and me there, sounds like fun. Oh wait. I know he doesn't look it, but he can really get things done when he puts his mind to it. Really? So what exactly does he put his mind to it? Well, not very often, I admit. What exactly does Mr. Delight see in her husband, anyway? Ah, you must have really seen skyrockets when you first met to love him so much. Skyrockets? I didn't know people still use that word. So hi, Chozo. About your husband and Mask to Mask. Mask to Mask? Of course, I know all about it. My husband is his biggest fan. Yep, huh? Biggest fan? Yes, and Ronnie can be pretty delusional sometimes. That's how this whole misunderstanding happened. Wait a minute, did you say delusional? Yes, that's right. I just don't know what I'm going to do with him. You see, Ronnie actually believes that he is Mask to Mask. What? What are you talking about? So, when did Ron first become Mask to Mask? What are you talking about? He's not Mask to Mask. But, wait a second. Look around over this room. This place is obviously Mask to Mask's hideout. No, you're totally wrong. A real thief's hideout wouldn't look like this. It's because Ronnie is so timid himself that he looks up to heroic figures. Heroic figures, but Mask to Mask is the bad guy. So he's deluded, huh? Could that really be true? Anyway, if he really had stolen the urn, wouldn't he still have it? Well, I suppose so. Then why don't you ask him if he has the urn or not? She has a point. Mr. Delight isn't exactly the criminal type. But something about Ron's behavior bothers me. Maybe it's true. Maybe Mr. Delight isn't Mask to Mask after all. Say, can I ask you something, Nicky boy? What is it? I know I may seem like a bad girl on the outside, but the one thing I won't stand for is illegal activity. I had the feeling you wouldn't. You're tough, but I can tell you got a good heart. Somebody framed my poor Ronnie, I just know it. Can you give this to Ronnie for me? A letter? Yes, for Ronnie. I want him to fight back. Miss Delight. Okay, you've got it. Just relax and leave it all to us. Addressed to her husband, Ron Delight, apparently contains something important. Oh, that's right. Here, this is from your wife. From Desi, thank you. Letter given to Mask to Mask. Actually, more like taken. It's pictures of her enjoying a spa day without him. Stop it. That begets crime. That's why I go twice over the speed limit at night and drag police chases across the country. Is that really illegal, though? I think not. My dear Ronnie, how are you? I'm doing fine. He's clutching onto that letter so hard, the ink is going to be squeezed out. He looks so happy. You should write a letter to Mystic Mia too, Mr. Nick. Mr. Lawyer. Yes? In the letter that Desi wrote, she said, ask this guy to be your lawyer. I know this would be asking a lot, but could you please take my case? My trial starts tomorrow. Hey, hang on a sec. We can't be your lawyer. Why not? What do you mean, why not? We're the victims in this case, right? Victim of this Damask guy. Well, yeah, but according to Desiree, he didn't do it. She said, poor man, he's deluded himself into thinking he did it, right, Mr. Nick? Come on, she could be lying to protect her husband. Well, that's true. No, actually not. Actually, it's hard to say. Oh no, it's spreading! Oh, please, I'll give you the treasure of your choice in return! What should I do? Sure, why not? Well, Mr. Delight, I've decided to give it a try. I'll defend you. Really? You will? Hey, what are you doing, Nick? He's a thief. You can't trust him. Well, he may be a thief. But I think there's more to this case than meets the eye. A transformer, one might even say. Mr. Nick, I was wrong about you. I should have trusted you. I'll give it a try. Smile. Pearls? I can't believe you defend this person after what he did to Mystic Maya. I'll never forgive you, ever! Pearly, wait! This is going to be ugly. I'll go after her. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Well, you couldn't have known she'd react like that. I guess I might as well start investigating. Oh, Maya, where's Pearls? She said she's going back to the office. Go check in on her later, would you? And what about you? Are you okay with me taking Mr. Delight's case? Yeah, I'm fine, Nick. I believe in you. I think I'm going to cry. I know you have a lot of work to do. I really appreciate it. Okay, Nick, let's get this show on the road. Mr. Nick, welcome back. Oh, hey, Pearls. You're back too, I see. I went and bought us a strawberry cake. I'll go make some tea to go with it. I love strawberry cake. Pearls! It looks like she feels really bad about what happened at the detention center. It literally just happened. Bore for the pan. I want. Actually, I tend to love fruit flavored like sweets, honestly. Although I do admit though, especially when it comes to like American sweets, God, is it just like, it's so disgustingly too much though. I need to turn on my fan real fast, hold on. Hold on. Okay, I have turned on my fan. Hopefully you're not hearing it too much. If you are, I could probably, like, mess with it some more, and hopefully it'll be not as loud. It's hard to tell. Also, I love tiramisu. Tiramisu is probably actually my favorite cake, period. Ooh. Oh, thanks. Well, it's not a cake. I mean, I guess it's technically not a cake. Come on, Mr. Nick. Please have some of this cake. Yeah, thanks. Pearls. Oh, excuse me. I was in the middle of cleaning the toilet. Hey, it's okay. I just cleaned it this morning. It's too late. This might be a good time for me to ask about her. I first met Pearls a year ago. It was when that murder happened at Karain Village. I still remember what she'd said to me when we first met. You're Mr. Nick, right? You're Mr. Mia's special someone. Hey, Mia, I've always thought it was because she was young, but what? Pearls, I think she's got the wrong idea. Also, hi, Long Lost. About you and me. There's something you need to understand. What is it? It's kind of like a Karain Village custom, sort of. There are hardly any men in Karain Village. Now that you mention it, I never actually saw any men there when I visited. I'm pretty sure I told you about it a long time ago, about how spiritual powers runs very strong in the Fae family. Yeah, you did, and that's why you're undergoing training to be a spirit medium, right? Yeah, the thing is, only women can actually inherit the spiritual power. That's why the whole culture of Karain Village kind of revolves around its women. Well, that's understandable, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but because of that, there tends to be a lot of unsuccessful marriages. Oh. Well, men start to feel left out after a while, and then they just start leaving. Man, imagine being such a weak-willed man. Boo fucking That's how I feel. Anyway, especially if the man has a daughter. Are you saying that Pearls' father? He's gone. He left the village when she was very young. Boy, that's tough. Yeah, and she grew up seeing nothing but unhappy marriages all around her. That's why she's so sensitive to things like that. Man, I love how they, like, snuck in this, like, very sexist notion of marriage, where it's like, if the man's not happy, the marriage has to end, kind of thing. Because everything has to be about men. Pearls seems to love you a lot. Well, it's because I'm her only cousin, and, well, because of the murder case last year, Pearls' mother is... Oh, yeah. I remember now. Pearls' mother, Morgan Le Fay. She's serving a prison term in isolation right now. So you see, I'm the only family Pearlie has right now. But it's the same for me too. Maya? My mother's gone too. So, your mother's still missing? Yeah, and no one has any idea where she is. Maya's mother, Misty Faye, this basic-ass bitch. What I kind of like about it is that it feels framed to where it's a sad thing because they're losing the men they love, but it's all on the focus on the men being babies. The current master of the Karain channeling technique. She disappeared 17 years ago after getting involved in a certain police case. But you're sure she's still alive, right? Yeah, I know she is. It's sort of a spirit medium thing. And if your mother doesn't come back, then what? Then according to the laws of the village, I'll become the next master. Mystic Maya, the master of the Karain technique, sounds like a heavy responsibility. Yeah, but there's no one else with the blood of the Fey main family who's a spirit medium. Well, Nick, why don't we go out and start investigating? We're not going to learn anything just sitting around the office. Yeah, I know, but first I want to talk to Pearls. Mr. Nick. Yeah? I acted like a baby. Pearls, I doubted you, even though Mystic Maya trusted you completely. I guess I still have a lot of training to do. Mr. Nick. Yes? From the bottom of my heart, I apologize for what I said. Oh, it's okay. I'm the one that should be well, I'm going out now for a little bit. Where are you going? I may be small, but I still have a lot of spirit channeling power. So I'm going to show you that I could be useful too, by finding some evidence. But wait she sure runs fast. Nick, let's back off and give her some room, okay? Yeah. I think we now can go here. This is a detective agency. Looks more like the set of some B-grade horror movie. Hello, is anyone here? It looks like nobody's home. Oh, what a waste of time. Hey, I know. Let's take that framed picture back with us as a memento. Don't you dare, Maya. Guess we'll have to try back later. Oh, now it's time for me to keep going places until something changes, I guess. Aha! Maya! Oh, Miss Andrews. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. Your precious urn. Your precious urn! Please calm down. What's wrong? It never ends. Everything I touch ends in failure. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll do anything to make it up to you. No, it's okay. I know I don't look it, but I'm good with my hands. I can make you another urn. Hold on. Just wait, okay? Breathe. Calm down and talk to us. Forgive me. Forgive me. So, when did you get the calling card from Mask to Mask? Let's see, exactly 10 days ago. I was going to show it to the police, but that detective stopped me. So you asked Detective Atme to help with security? Yes, in fact, it was about 20 days ago that I hired him. He seemed to know much more about Mask to Mask than the police. So you hired him for security even before the calling card arrived? Well, yes, I had a premonition that something bad might happen. I've learned to trust my hunches. So that's why there are security cameras even in the basement warehouse? Yes, Lordly Taylor is very serious about their security measures. It was their way of saying bring it on to any potential thieves. Well, he sure brought it last night. It even left with a nice souvenir. Can you tell us a bit about the security for the treasure exhibit? It was all my fault! I never should have called this paltry little collection a treasure exhibit anyway! Why do you say that? The urn that was stolen is a pretty important object. Maybe, but its actual value after appraisal was, well, practically zero. Zero? I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. But that urn contains the soul of Mystic Amy. Anyway, I left all the security arrangements to Detective Atme. But 5 days ago, I began receiving all sorts of other exhibit items from Karain. Lots of people started going in and out of the warehouse down there. So maybe one of them was actually Mask to Mask in disguise? No, I personally checked out everyone that came through here, so that's not possible. Knowing Adrian, she probably even checked out what they ate for breakfast that morning. I wonder if she has anything about this. Alright. Do you know anything about him? Nope, alright. She even panics about herself. Got it. Hello? Well, well, how lovely it is to see you again, my dear. Welcome to my abode. Relax and soak up the atmosphere. We're actually kind of... Shh! Silence! Precisely as I expected. What is it? Xavier! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium, am I correct? I think we've already been through this. Ha! So my estimation was correct. Xavier, truly elegant. Now then, what can I do for you? You mentioned before that you were on guard duty all alone last night? Precisely. This is my 5th encounter with my arch enemy. I refuse to allow anyone to interfere with the rightful pursuit of my prey. I heard you've been after Master Mask since his very first theft. Yes, my dear, I see you've done your homework. In his very first heist, that vile thief pilfered the famous jewel, the Tear of Emanon. I first encountered him in the museum's sacred hall, the crime scene itself. So, that's why you were hired as security for the treasure exhibit? I'm pretty sure he said that Adrian Andrews hired him. Yes, I borrowed some equipment from Lordly Taylor and set the perfect trap. You must mean the security camera. But I thought you were watching the area yourself too. So how did Master Mask manage to steal the urn? That's the million-dollar question. What is Master Mask's modus operandi? There's something that's kind of bothering me. Please, my dear, ask me anything you like. After all, we are all but seekers, wandering alone in the dark. Well, I was wondering how Master Mask managed to steal the urn. I mean, isn't it strange that you don't seem to know? Yeah, now that you mention it, it is strange. After all, you were on guard. You were on guard that night at the scene of the crime. Unless you were sound asleep, you should have at least seen Master Mask. What the? A Psyche Lock? Psyche Lock? Hey Nick, what is the Psyche Lock thing? Well, your Magatama lets me see when people are keeping secrets. By breaking their mental locks, I can find out what those secrets are. What? This Magatama has that kind of power? Maya, you're the one who gave me this Magatama last year. Well, it's true that this Magatama is a prized Fae family heirloom, but Pearlie was the one that actually imbued it with spiritual powers, right? That's why I don't really know much about it. That's why I don't really know much about what it can do. This is the woman that's going to take over the Kurain Channeling School someday? So, how do you do it? How do you break the Psyche Lock thing? Well, you present the Magatama to the person with the secret. Cool! I can't wait to see it in action. Come on, try it out. I think the future master still needs to learn how to be patient. Mr. Atme, do you know about the Sacred Urn? I'm interested in only one thing, my dear, and that is Master Mask. Sacred Urn? That has nothing to do with this case. But wasn't that what Master Mask stole this time? I am a hunter, sir. The aim is nothing more than a lure to catch my prey. Do you yourself remember the shape of the individual peanuts you throw to pigeons? I don't think I like this guy's attitude, Nick. Well, anyway, it looks like he doesn't know about the urn. Detective Atme, you were standing guard at the scene of the crime. There's no way you didn't see Master Mask commit the crime. Well, now, I can hardly see why. You're so positive about that. Yes, indeed, I was guarding the warehouse, that much is true. But I can tell you for certain that not a single person passed through that door. I'm not sure why, but this Atme guy is lying through his teeth. I know, I'll show him some proof. Detective Atme, I have here proof that someone went through that door last night. There was a security camera set up at the scene of the crime. It should have automatically taken a photo of anyone that went through that door. Precisely. I hope you don't mind, but we've already gotten our hands on the camera data. As you can see, the camera went off exactly once last night. But my monocle didn't catch anyone in the splash. It must be some kind of computer malfunction. It must be. Maybe it was your monocle that malfunctioned. What? Are you saying that I didn't do my duty properly? Detective Atme, you must have seen the thief last night. The question is, why are you trying to hide it? If he's hiding it, there must be some reason. Some reason that he desperately wants to keep hidden. I've got just the piece of evidence that should prove it. Okay, let's suppose you didn't manage to see Mask to Mask. In that case, the reason you didn't at the time was because you were unconscious. I'm afraid that making a guess is not enough. Time to put your money where your mouth is. Show me your evidence! Detective Atme, you were knocked unconscious by the thief, weren't you? Surely you must be joking! You think that I, look at me, could be knocked unconscious so easily? The sword proves it. That's... Before the theft, this sword was in the hand of the statue of Amy Faye. Furthermore, at that time, it was not bent. There's only one explanation. You were struck on the head and knocked unconscious by this sword. Well, detective, how about it? I'm impressed. You truly are an ace attorney. I can't deny that there may be a small hint of truth in what you say. So you were knocked out when the thief first clobbered you? Clop. What an ugly way of saying it, but I suppose you could put it that way. The coward struck at the precise moment that I turned to look at the computer. So you never noticed that the thief had entered the warehouse? No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Perhaps the air ducts or the sewer pipes? Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. Ouch. Mr. Atme should have his poor head examined. You can say that again. How could he have underestimated the thief that badly? The sword has been updated in the court record. The mask knocked Atme out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. Well, it looks like we got one thing cleared up anyway. Huh? What? That Atme is the greatest ace detective in the world? No, that he never actually saw the thief. Oh, that's right. So the thief may not even be Mask to Mask. Just one moment, Sir Lawyer. The thief was unquestionably Mask to Mask. But you never actually saw him. Perhaps so, but I installed a security camera for just such a contingency. Last night, the camera went off exactly once. Behold! This is a photo of the dastardly thief taken by the security camera. That's him. Mask to mask. What is the storeroom entrance taken by the camera on the night of the crime? The thief can be none other than the arch criminal, Master Mask. After all, he has a very good reason for committing such a brazen crimes. What are you talking about? So, what do you mean by he had a very good reason? Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in this room. You'll need to go and investigate. But how do you know about that? Have you forgotten? You're speaking to the finest ace detective ever to walk the face of the earth. Most brilliant mind since will ever look at me. Well, I guess we better go take a look just in case. Hey, Nick, remember what Detective Atme said? Yes, I just said this literally 5 seconds ago. You don't need me to reiterate this. Please, just go and read it. A green envelope, huh? Looks like this is it. Okay, let's have a look. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 AM on October 12th and bring $50,000. 50,000? This is a blackmail letter? It sure looks like a major clue, alright. Written with a fountain pen, found in Ron's room. Oh, somebody's at the door. I'll be right back. Won't take but a sec, I promise. Ah, thank you for coming. That's so nice of you. And when I see a damsel in distress, I just can't help myself. Please, come on in. I'll make some coffee. Really? Okay, I guess I'll make myself at home, pretty lady. Wait a minute. I know that voice. Right, I almost forgot about you. Oh, Nicky boy, I'm so sorry, but I got another guess. You're... Nick, it's you! And Maya, too! What a fluke! Larry? Long time no see. What? You know each other? Nicky boy? Do you and this girl have, you know, something going on? Something? If you mean, I underestimated you, Nick. A gorgeous lady like this, and married too? Way to go, dude. I knew it. Just when things can't get any worse, it's time to cue in the butts. Larry Butts. Ever since grade school, he's been not exactly a close friend, but yeah, we know each other. Hey man, that was nice. I was your very first client. We've got quite the storied history, he and I. And what we used to say, still rings true. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Hey, come on now, you're embarrassing me! And in front of this pretty little thing here. So you two are old childhood friends, I see. That's so sweet. You two go ahead and catch up on old times. I'm going to go check on my bike. Nice girl, that Desi. So, how have you been, Nick? Too busy if you really want to know. So, what have you been up to this whole time? It's been 2 years since I heard from you! And what's with those clothes? You look, well, weird. Hey man, that's uncalled for! This is my uniform for my part-time job! But I can't believe it's been 2 years. They say time flies when you're having fun. What's wrong? Nick, I gotta tell you, women, I don't trust them anymore. You got dumped again? Well, you know, Benifer. I followed her all the way to Japan 2 years ago. Benifer? That's where I met the famous Caddy Tom, and my whole life changed. Benifer? Caddy Tom? I never heard of either of them. Anyway, dude, Caddy Tom chose Hollywood over me. Can you believe it? Well, actually... Anyway, sounds like you had quite the adventure. Women, they're so... Oh, but you're different, Maya. You're not like the rest. Looks like he's still the same old Larry. So what are you doing here anyway? What do you mean by that? I'm just a natural born nice guy, that's all. Well, actually, I picked this up late last night while I was working. A wallet? You say you found this last night? Yeah, it had a driver's license in it, so I figured I'd return it myself. Found by Larry at his part-time security jobs company building night of the crime. Hang on, let me see that for a minute. I knew it. Desi's picture is in here. Yeah, I guess he really digs his wife, huh? Hey Nick, it's not what you're thinking at all. No, I'm pretty sure it is. You haven't changed a bit. No way, man! I mean, she's a married woman. That's just bad news. He really is just here to check out Miss Delight. So you said you found it at your job, right? Yeah, I'm working for a private security company as a guard. Chicks just love a guy in a uniform, you know. A security guard, huh? So that's what the uniform is all about. So what time was it when you found this last night? Huh? Why are you asking that? Trying to see if I got an alibi? You're not the one on the hook for a crime this time, buddy. I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building. What was Mr. Delight's wallet doing there? Anyway, there's nothing weird about that. After all, he works there. He works there? You mean Mr. Delight? Sure, here, take a look at this. It's right there in his wallet. What's this? What's this card? That's a key card for the security company. See? It's got a serial number on it right there. There's no mistaking about it. You said you were working part-time at a security company, right? That's right. Why are you making that scary face? Security company, huh? Something's not quite secure about Larry working there. I need to find out as much as I can about this key card. Found inside Ron's wallet, apparently used for his part-time job. Used for the building in his part-time job. So you're sure about this key card? Yep, that's the key card we use at the building I work in. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need to get it. You need to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. It leaves a record? Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. Larry, I need that data. Well, slow down, man. Sorry, but that data's off limits to outsiders. If I lost this job, I'd never have a chance with Desi. It's times like these when I wish lawyers weren't so powerless. You didn't touch anything in the wallet, did you? Hey man, be serious! You know what I was interested in? If Master Mask doesn't look out, he's gonna be the victim of a robbery himself. Okay. Trying to think where else I need to go. Oh, you know what? Maybe I need to ask him about... Hold on. Keep forgetting I need to do this. Alright, what about this person? Even you can learn a few tricks from me, Nick. Yeah, like what? Look at my hair, for example. It points up straight, right? But your hair, on the other hand, it points backwards. That's not good at all, man. It's defeatist. You gotta aim high for the stars. I can't find a counter-argument to that. That Desi is one awesome lady, alright. It's been a long time since I felt this way. I think I'm really in love this time. A long time, huh? Yeah, well, except for what I feel for you, Maya. I don't think even he knows what he's saying anymore. I just thought of something. What if it's actually a hot chick under that costume? Forget about it. It's a guy, trust me. Man, you're killing my buzz, dude. Why? Talk about someone who has one-track mind. Actually, at me, do you want me to go back to you and be like, ah, the blackmail? Ugh. I'm missing something. I don't even know what it is. What am I missing? Why would you know anything about that? Ugh, I don't know what to do. Hey Larry, what about this? What? If you got something to say, then say it already. A blackmail letter? Do you know anything about this? Well, I don't know anything about Alexis. Well, that's the truth. Huh? What? I can't believe you do this to me. I thought you were my friend. $50,000? I don't have that kind of money. No, don't you understand? This blackmail letter is sent to Ron Delight. Ugh. Man, you scared me. I almost had a heart attack, you idiot. What? I'm an idiot? Man, I was totally confused because it says KB Security right on the envelope. Yeah, so what? That's where I got a part-time job at KB Security. What? Sounds like I should really find out some more about the... Okay, there we go. KB Security, the company in the blackmail letter. I'm sorry, KB Security, the company in the blackmail. You know about it. That's where I work. Yeah, in fact, I'm on the job right now. Huh? So, what are you doing here then? Well, the boss is away right now, and you know what mice do when the cat's away. Yes, yes. How far away is this company? Let me see, about 30 minutes by car, I guess. Well, if you fly down the road, anyway. Well, this apartment building is pretty close to Lordly Taylor, right? And it would take roughly an hour to go from here to KB Security and back. If Ron Delight was at KB Security when the robbery occurred, then... Whoa, then he couldn't have stolen the sacred urn. Hey, Nick, your phone. Hello, is this the right residence? Pearls, where are you? I thought I'd go to Lordly Taylor to try and find some more clues, but I'm afraid I've gotten lost. What? Give me that phone, Nick. Hurley, where are you right now? I was walking along and I found myself in front of that person's office. That person? Who? The person that doesn't act his age and always says Xavier when he's excited. Look at me, Ace Detective. Okay, stay right there. We're coming to get you. Alright, I'm a little scared. Alright, let's go, Maya. Wait a sec, Nick. What? That phone call just now sounded like a real cutie. Another one of your, special friends? Say goodbye to Miss Delight for me, would you, Larry? I love how he doesn't even justify that with an answer. He's just like, okay, bye, Larry. Mr. Nick, Maya. Pearly. I never thought I'd see the two of you again. Is Mr. Ace Detective out of his office? Yes, when I arrived here, there wasn't a single soul in sight. Say, Nick, doesn't it look like something changed since we were here last? Yes, now that you mention it, there's a giant bag in the middle of this table. This bag? I'm sure it wasn't here before. It looks quite full. I wonder what could be in there. Hey, Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. That's true, and truth be told, I have to admit, I am kind of curious. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there! He's here! What are you doing, Sir Lawyer? I'm shocked to see a servant of the court ignoring the law so flagrantly. I'm really sorry. Maya made me do it. Nick, I can't believe you. A gentleman never uses a lady as an excuse for his own poor behavior. The real question is, can you afford to waste time lollygagging about here? What do you mean by that? Perhaps I should make myself more clear. Mars trial, Xavier. Shall we say the figurative Sir William will be dropping his panties before lunchtime? Wow, Nick, sounds like it's gonna be really exciting. What's going to happen at the trial tomorrow that's so dramatic? Do you know what your biggest mistake so far has been, Sir Lawyer? It was becoming a lawyer in the first place. That certainly does sound like a big mistake, Mr. Nick. Tomorrow you will be a day to remember. Look at me, will take the stand. And then Xavier, by testimony, will prove to be the undoing of the lot of you. Yes, all of you, I will unmask you as the thief's co-conspirators. Conspirators? You're quick on the defense, I see. However, it is not I that is your greatest enemy. There's a far more dangerous threat that you will face during the trial. What are you talking about? So, Lawyer, if you truly are who you say you are, I'm sure you've heard of him. His name is Godot. Godot? Who is Godot? Who is this Godot person? It's not surprising that a spirit medium has not heard the name. Godot, the prosecutor whose equal cannot be found in this country, but in heaven. Godot, a legend or myth, men pin a lifetime of hopes on the chance to simply meet him. Prosecutor Godot? But the best prosecutor in the country isn't Godot, it's Mr. Edgeworth. Isn't that right, Nick? It's no surprise that a spirit medium such as yourself would know nothing of this. But Ace Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth is currently traveling abroad. In fact, it was Mr. Edgeworth who acknowledged Godot as the best in the country. And you agree with that? Most certainly. In fact, you could call him the Luke Atme of the prosecutor's office. Well, that's good to hear. The prosecution has a fighting chance tomorrow. Mr. Nick, is this Godot really that strong? I seem to remember hearing about someone like that. Not surprising. Some people spend their entire lives idly waiting for his appearance. You have taken a step down the path of foolishness. To try to defend a career criminal who deserves nothing less than the death penalty. Hey, last time I checked, no one knows for sure that Mr. Delight really is the mask. My dear lady, times may change, but people sadly do not. Well, you will understand this when you are more mature. Looks like we're done investigating for the day. So, lawyer, stage has been set and all the pieces are finally in place. All that remains now is for the dance to begin. A new prosecutor, an ace detective, and a thief. This will be one tough trial. To be continued immediately, right now, actually. Let's see how far we can get with the trial today. Hey, Nick. What is it? I'm trying to not yawn. Is something wrong? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy. Oh, so check out the Mask to Mask Glossy I bought. Drinking some water. You bought this where? From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. Who's screaming like that? Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it! I'm the criminal! Me, me, me! He's at it again. I sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor, I admit it! But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Normally, when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you? Yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. Actually, hold on. So we have the striking pose of him. We have the security shot.
Thank you.
Chozo, also thank you so much for the 24 months. Yeah, he's missing the big thing in front of him. Yeah, he's missing his giant clasp. Interesting. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict, please! Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Desi, honey, bonjour! Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. Well, you see, actually the thief is me. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. So why are you smiling when you say that? Well, if you'll excuse me, I got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is mask to mask or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. Ah, yes. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. You like jazz? What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. What did you just say? Fine. Let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. Man, Mare's Mitsuru to probably be like a husband, but that's a rule to live by. There you are. Hello. Who are you? I am Godot. Legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. He's the one that Detective Fatme was talking about? Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of case have you dealt with so far? None. What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Never? But you said you've never lost before. Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask in a court of law? Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks. Either on our faces or over our hearts. I forgot how much I love Godot. Anyways. This guy is the real deal, alright, Nick. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet Mr. Phoenix Trite. Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo. It's not Gobo, it's Godot, Your Honor. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two. Well then, let's hear from the first witness. My name is... No one has asked you your name, witness. The important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking, we're listening. Yes, sir. Alright, witness, first let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Literally Godot just being like, no one cares. Tell us what you know. Master Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling cards before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Master. It fits his MO to a T. So then the actual identity of the Master Mask is... Mr. Godot, what are you... We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot! Blacker than a moonless night. Hotter and more bitter than a hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please proceed. He takes his coffee straight, like he isn't. You better watch out, men. He can take you on any day. Do you think he has like a twink boyfriend that literally slides the coffee to him? Very well, it's only coffee after all. Well, you can't be letting him slide this early in this trial. Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you going to do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Master Mask who stole the urn. Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Yep, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true, I am a Xavier, author on thieves. An author? He's written books about thieves? I think he probably meant to say authority. The fact that this guy can even slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. It's easy when those fingers happen to be butterfingers. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal, except maybe for this thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Xavier, do you? Who is this person, Xavier? He sounds German. His name is Look at me, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. What the heck? I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. Oh, I see. It seems you're not the expert you claim to be. Yeah, it looks like the thief is toying with me even now. There could be more than one expert, thank you. Have you seen all of these so-called calling cards? Of course I have, except the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Atme stopped Miss Andrews from taking it to the police. Was the calling card that Lordly Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature. And we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain that this card is real. I'm sure he can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about Master Mask's emblem. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card to Lordly Taylor. His 5th heist, and your 5th screw-up, huh? Objection, pal! That ain't fair. Maybe you can say I screwed up 4 times. But this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. You of all people shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away, got me? Wow, it looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atme. His pattern is always to go after the most precious art pieces. Art pieces? Like what, for example? Actually, supposedly priceless, but has no monetary value. Well, his first target was the famous tear of Emanon. What's that? Some kind of specially salty teardrop? No, sir. It's a blue diamond. A single rare diamond. Next was the crown of Bangora. You know, the thing you put on your head. After that was the left hand of Hades, and then the portrait of Megena, sir. Detective Atme retrieved the portrait of Megena and returned it to the museum. The target of his fifth and last robbery was the sacred urn, right? But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. Somehow, Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in this underworld. Hold on. I think I can present the urn itself and be like, but the urn is worthless.
Objection!
Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious art piece, right? That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? The appraiser I spoke to said he couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that the Master Mask would normally go after. Yeah. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Master Mask. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but... Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this latest art robbery the work of Master Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot? This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I got on my mind right now, Mr. Trite. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Master Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Master Mask's methods. A fake. A fake Damask? Fake Damask? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Prove that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. Looks like I'm going to have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was indeed fake Damask. I think it's a security camera photo. The proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Ha. Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this pointer and show us what is so peculiar. It's right here, of course. You mean Master Mask? I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Damask's chest. A breach? Here, bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once. A brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on. A clasp, eh? Ah, I see now. But Master Mask in the security camera photo. He has no brooch. That brooch is the same as the emblem of Damask's calling card and serves as his symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Master Mask is a fake. I've been fooled again! Order! It's true, undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Hey, now. If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? The brooch you're talking about? Do you mean this? That's Master Mask's brooch. Where did you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? You must mean the Amy Faye statue. Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. This guy is one cool customer. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too. Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints. What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch, he said, hickeys. Order in the court! Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch! I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take a good look at her. It appears to have been torn off. It appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. Found in the shadow of Amy Faye's statue. It looks like it was torn off of some clothing. Ha. You mess with Godot. And you get burned. He's been playing me like a violin. And this is where Mitsuru needs to be like, oh, I wish he'd play me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You're done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. Please tick like a violin. Uh-huh. That doesn't sound good at all. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? One second. 1 second is one drip of a coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Shh! Silence! Now I see it's all becoming clear. What's clear? Xavier! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor. A coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? Well, yes, that's right. Huh, not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. He said penetrate. My name is Look At Me, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Boy, these two make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off. I've heard that on the night of the crime, you were all alone on security detail. You have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is. Why was this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason, I'm sure of it. Well, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mass, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I woke up, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal? My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening. Well, Sir Old-Timer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the King of Thieves, the great Master Mask, my arch enemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. It was approximately 1 o'clock in... So what would be 1 o'clock of the... So that would be 1 o'clock on the morning of the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time? A penetrating question. I was at the basement warehouse near the computer. Near the computer, huh? So then you are trying to remain hidden, I take it. Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, I said the same thing yesterday, too. But you also said that they never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before. Precisely! That is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure on your pigeony head, that is. In any case... Dancingly descended from where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is it that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadows while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. It can only be due to his subtlety, camouflage cape, and soft-soled shoes. I hereby dub you Ace Dunce. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened. Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask, that's all that I can recall. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately, I had my third monocle, the security camera, at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have any problem with the photo? Yeah, this was taken at 12:58 a.m. Good. Then let's continue with the testimony. Attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing. That certainly is some very impressive detective work. Well, sir lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Huh? Well, actually, yes, by a fire extinguisher. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory, too. You see, you have no right to look down on me then, do you? Also, thank you for the follow, Ghostly Dragon. The only reason I didn't lose my memory is because I have more brains to begin with. You may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems to be severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless, and then 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. About this 30 minutes, my silver cord was loosened and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I think he's saying that he was out cold. So what happened during these 30 minutes? No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time has truly vanished into the ether. Just what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atme. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But he can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Wait, is my brain being dumb? Am I overthinking something? He's saying an obvious lie. Hold on. Are we talking about the fact that he was hit in the back of the head? Dancingly descended upon me.
Objection!
No. No, that's not what's wrong here. What am I missing?
Hold it! Hold it!
Give me a minute as I try to process this. They brought this picture up for a reason.
Objection!
And being like, oh, there's nothing wrong with the photo. I'm trying to think, what is the logic here that I need to... 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. That's not relevant right now. When am I... 30 minutes later... There's something suspicious. How could he not have noticed? He says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back, but he can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? That's when my nemesis dancingly descended upon me. The coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me up before I could land a single blow. When I awoke, he was gone. I used an emergency phone to notify the police. I'm trying to think. What is it that I am needing? What is it that I need to logic out of here? It's like, I don't know where to start. It's saying it's contradicting a piece of evidence. And I'm like, but which one?
Objection!
What am I missing here? I don't know. I'm actually a little confused.
Hold it!
Finishing question. I was near the computer. Blah, blah. Well, the thief was there. Precisely not to hide. Descended from where? From the entrance, I suppose. I didn't notice the thief. My eyes were looking... Sneak up on me. I can only be this dude, the subtle cam.
Objection!
Trying to think.
Hold it!
What am I forgetting? Well, that's as I should put it. When I saw his mask, that's... was at the ready. It captured an image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Do you see any problems with that, Mr. Godot? No. Oh, wait a minute. Before I could land a single strike, then why was this torn off?
Objection!
There we go. That was the contradiction. It's like, well, if you didn't tear this off, who did? Mr. Atme, would you take a look at this with this special monocle of yours? Ah, this belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Master Mask. It is, in point of fact, Master Mask's brooch. It was found on the floor in the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off of a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Ah! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have to struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security that night, you, Detective Atme. Detective Atme, you must have fought with the thief that night. So why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. No. Wait just a moment, Sir Oldtimer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much. Witness, so you're now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. Look at me. Agree completely. Completely. Complete me. I don't know. I'm tired. I don't know why I'm feeling so tired. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senselessly. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His fist blow struck true. Bam! And that's all she wrote. I love these games and their dumb names in them. It's great. So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Master Mask. Correct. It was only during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That can't be good. Indeed. So why did you look away from the door anyway? In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to check the data. That's why I went to the computer, elegantly, of course. So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer? What should I do? Should I ask them more questions? About the sensor. What kind of sensors are you talking about? There are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioning ducts, sewer pipes, and a cat door as well. I hooked up heat detecting, infrared, and ultraviolet sensors to each of them. That's a lot of hardware. Was it all yours? Lordly Taylor Department Store was kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well. In other words, he couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, Sir Lawyer? Let's ask more questions about the computer now. So, did that computer belong to Lordly Taylor as well? Correct. Well, except for the program that manages the data. That was specially designed by me. Look at me. In that case, he could have easily manipulated the data. What's wrong, Sir Lawyer? What does that mean, discombobulated? Young people these days, they really irritate me. They allow perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean. Sorry, but what exactly does it mean anyway? Now I've forgotten. What was I saying? Jeez, it's better than old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago. Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony. What do you mean by a weapon from the side? Naturally, the thief had no idea that I'd look at me was hiding in the area. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse. Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted like a tree branch? Correct! Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the sword. So the thief armed himself with a sword. And what about yourself, witness? A true gentleman fights only with his fists. You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities? But of course, in college I was the second in charge of the boxing club. I'm sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis, Master Mask. This guy is a real piece of work. Can you tell us a little more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. Powericious? I assumed the at-me fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? You were blinded? So what was this flash of light that blinded you? I was bathed in a golden light that seemed to come from the statue of the woman. The statue of Amy Faye, I'm guessing. Well, that wasn't very much help at all. Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing that I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah, what is it? This look at me guy, he's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this detective. This is at-me fighting style. I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. That's it? That's the at-me fighting style? Well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony? It was very important. Of course it's important. We learned a detective's secret technique after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone and late at night. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. Now then, witness, we'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. Well, we know that's a lie. With a blow to the back of the head.
Objection!
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again.
Also, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Thorin, biggest teddy bear. Hope you're having a good time, and Thorin, I hope you enjoy all the panda-related emotes. The timing of that alert was perfect. Shh, it's fine. Shh. Detective at-me, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun is this, Mr. Lawyer? What fun this is, Sir Lawyer. It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. From behind, huh? But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. It seems I've made another mistake. Detective Atme, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong. Oh, that was a very sexy objection. To err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines, they have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate, and yes, they even make mistakes.
Objection!
Hey, hold on, it's not as pretty as that. Really? What is it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end, that's one of my rules. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that... The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atme's true identity is actually mask to mask. Hi, Dylan. How are you? Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atme's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scene, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then in his last case, he manages to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. Aww. Dylan, it sounds like you can use a big old pet on the head. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... Oh, please. The explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atme. The truth is that you are, in fact, mask to mask. But, Mr. Wright, this photo, it clearly shows mask to mask. The security camera belongs to Lordly Taylor Department Store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. I hope that's sweat coming from his nose. I hope so too. Although that's weird. I wonder why that didn't go through. Huh. Anyways, thanks for the 200 biddies though. I'll have to check on that later. He gained access to the warehouse. Yeah, okay. Then he simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn. So, the ace detective is actually an ace thief? Is this true, witness? Damassimo is pure genius. And so am I. Look at me, ace detective. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I am impressed, lawyer. What? Witness, you're admitting it? Nick, now's your chance. Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atme, when you assume this... Godot Blend number 102, my personal favorite. Mr. Godot! The ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true. But Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points, and I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Trite. If this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have, and quickly. Decisive proof, huh? Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. What's the big rush? Are you alright, Nick? Annie looks pretty rattled. Ugh, thank you for the 40 bits, by the way. Acme looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can, but can I really do it? Decisive evidence that proves Mr. Look At Me is in fact mask to mask. Has yet to be found. Proof? Of course I've got nothing. Ha! Just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get after all. Ugh. I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. This is no good. I've got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy is the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But are you going to just give up and let us lose this? So you've come to your senses, have you, Sir Lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all. It seems a cloud of suspicion around this witness is lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything further to add, Who are you? That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Miss Delight, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for? I think I found it. You mean that bag? He looks like a human version of Zapdos. So thank you again for the 300 biddies. You're being very sweet today. No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well, that's the sacred urn. Nick, it's the urn. Order, order, you madam. That urn, where did you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective. Look at me. Oh, Desi, you're the best! Sacred Urn updated. Found in the office has pink splotches all over it. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atme? Even you are going to have a hard time weaseling out of this one.
Objection!
Pathetic. Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old times, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved? Before casting aspirations at Detective Atme, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight, is that correct? Yes, what about it? How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere. Including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Please, madam. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we have been witness to. Wrong! I would never do such a thing. Miss Delight, please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. I got to prove that urn was actually in the Atme detective office. Show fingerprints on the urn. I can prove where the urn was by the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh? Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, sir lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway. Nick, what are you going to do now? I've come too far to turn back now. Atme must have brought the urn back to the office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. Me? What more can I say? This is my third year as a young but skilled lawyer. Funny enough, we're going to put ourselves out there because we did touch it. So what is all the fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey, Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute. You can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec. I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there! It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at the time. But I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. Well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atme's office.
Objection!
Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Smooth and hard, quiet you. Of course it does. What did you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibit, said. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Atme Detective Agency. This blend. Gold blend number 107. I've decided it's a little too bitter after all. Order! I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait! Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. I need to watch more Golden Girls, actually. My god. Also, thank you again for another gifted set to Dylan the Corgi, by the way. How are you? You certainly are being very sweet on this lovely of Fridays. Making me want to squish your face. Maybe nibble at you. I don't know, I'm always a sucker for big guys, though. That's just me. I heard my name. Yeah, you got a gift sub. You now have panda-related emotes. I can watch the stream without any ads. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the end. What are you saying? Yes, I finally broken him down. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Master Basque. I hope you all enjoyed my little performance. Well, Mr. Goda, what's Mr. Atmy's condition? He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. This guy makes the Joker look sane? Please. Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. Wrong! Wrong, I tell you! I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right to what I was really trying to say. Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening. The thief! The sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures! It's me! I'm him! I am the one you want! I am the thief, I tell you! So do it! Pronounce me guilty, please! I don't know what kind of kangaroo court you all think this is, but...
Objection!
The true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass judge... What are you talking about? I already confessed! I'm the thief, I tell you! Mr. Goddard, don't just stand there drinking coffee! Huh. Hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes, sir? If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you're masked to mask, then prove it. That's what it means. Yes, sir. I'll be happy to. He says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kind of cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. I'm sorry, excuse me. I know that. I won't fail, I swear. This entire interaction between Godot and Ron is... I feel like Godot is very practiced, is what I'm going to be saying. But he's very used to twinks and the neediness that comes from. Okay then, talk. We're all listening. Oh well, let's all have a listen to this confession. The truth is, I've been masked to mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually masked to mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see right there in the photo, that's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got torn off, that's all. I don't like the direction this trial has taken. But this is how every trial goes, at least with me anyway. Huh. You're doing great. Stop it, Mr. Godot. You're embarrassing me. Oh! They had to pair Mr. Daddy Godot with the twinkiest boy ever. Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise, too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true Master Mask. Thanks so much, Mr. Godot. I'll do my best. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination. You may think you're the real Master Mask, but your wife thinks you're delusional. I haven't told Desi yet about my true identity that I mean. Believe me, I've got my reasons. With the way your room is decked out, how could she not know about it? Even thieves have complicated family situations, I suppose. What should I do? It sounds like we're about to get sidetracked again. So why are you withholding the truth from your wife? Well, first of all, I don't think she'd believe me anyway. And second, if there's one thing that Desi absolutely detests, it's criminals. If that's the case, then why do you ever start thieving to begin with? Well, Desi is crazy about shopping. She's a real shopaholic. But she's the love of my life, Your Honor. I guess you could call me I'm a Desi-holic. So you have a complicated family situation after all. Alright, that's enough. Please continue with your testimony. I beg of you. I thought you were going to be the one to show us the proof. You know, that you're the real Master Mask and not just some kind of obsessed fanboy. Hey now, that's not fair! Why do I have to do all the hard work anyway? Maybe because you're the one making the outrageous claim for a change? Come on, Nick, you know that Mr. Delight couldn't have committed the crime. You're the one with the fancy lottery, it's time to put it to work already. I need some kind of proof that Ron couldn't possibly be Master Mask. Well, I guess if you had the kind... we wouldn't be here, would we? For the time being, maybe I need to shift strategy. I should try to show that Mr. Delight couldn't have stolen the urn. Anyway, Actually, you do have an alibi. Found in the KB Center building at 1 AM, found in the night.
Objection!
Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct? Yes, it does! I had lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away. No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 AM at KB Security Headquarters. What? You surely you're not serious. Yes, I am serious. This proves that Mr. Delight was, in fact, at KB Security that night. No! So, if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves that he has a watertight alibi. Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by a car, according to Larry anyway. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? And stop drinking that coffee! Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. Alright, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Why does this continue to be a euphemism? Why? Why are we witnessing literally the foreplay of... Yeah, he's like a kid at the first day of school. There can't be that much coffee in that mug, or even any at all. He keeps getting a new cup every now and then. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped in my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist. Planted it there? He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The key card to KB Security CEO's office. No. Huh. That was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing. What? Motive, of course. Why would the thief go to the KB Security in the middle of the night anyway? Blackmail! Actually, if you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 AM on October 12th and bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. Oh, well that's weird. Oh, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all. This is stupid. This stupid kid. Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to there at 1 in the morning. He was being blackmailed. But it was actually... Mr. Delight, I believe we've seen this before, correct? That's right. What is it? A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail? Yes, basically it says bring $50,000. That certainly sounds like blackmail, right? At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself. In KB Security's CEO office, a full half-hour away from the scene of the crime. Ugh. Order! So when the thief of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security? It looked like a perfect case with the defense. It looks like a perfect case with the defense. Objection! You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my Godot blend number 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company? But did you actually investigate the CEO at all? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what I think of that. Not sure what I think of that. At least I know what I think of you. Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim the defendant entered the CEO's office, but you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Nick, I think we're going to have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite? Oh. Wait. His face is here! If someone else... There is someone else who can testify. This is the person who can testify that the keycard was used at 1 AM that night. Is it really Larry? Are we actually... Who is this useless-looking young man? You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. But just looking at this picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat. It looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. He probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at the KB security that night. Oh? The question at hand is this keycard. Yep, that's the keycard they used in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You needed to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's data. Well, Mr. Godot, the name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data here. So what does it show? Each card has its own serial number, and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 AM on the morning of the crime. I remember this case. I remember this case as a very interesting ending that you have to be very careful about. Found in Ron's wallet, used on October 12th, the night of the crime at 1 AM. But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Master Mask in this photo. Huh. It looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then... Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be Master Mask. Good job, you did it, Nick! That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. Wait, I've said this before. What's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment. But before I do that, do you have any further objections? No, Your Honor. Very well. Court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. Must not have illicit coffee makers. Court is now adjourned. Nick, you did it! You were right after all. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy! Oh, Miss Delight. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Miss Delight. I just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick! Oh, pearls! I got a bad feeling about this. Who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just You're blushing! How dare you do this in front of Mystic Mia? You should be ashamed of yourself! She slapped me. Pearly, this woman is Miss Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick! Yes? You're even worse than I thought! You're going behind the back of your own client! No, you've got it all wrong! I'll never forgive you! Gah! A double slap. Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? We got the sacred urn back, and the thief has been caught. You're so right, and it's all thanks to Nicky Boy here. Actually, it was you, Miss Delight, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh please, you're embarrassing me. If we won the case, then why does this guy still look so glum? But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. The thing is... Come on, give the kid some time. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Goda, what are you doing here? Come on, I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trite. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy. Well, playtime is over. Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered. Manawasta. What? Kane Bullard? Where have I heard that name before? Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, body? I'm doing pretty okay. A little tired, I do admit. The estimated time of death was at 1 a.m. on October 12th. 1 a.m. on October 12th? You don't mean... That's right, amigo. At the same time that a cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Come on, you figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Help me out? What? On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron Delight was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbued with utter rage. What are you saying, imbued with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Employee of KB Security? It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi. No way. He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. No, that's a lie. It can't be true. But I am a thief, I tell you. Ron Delight, you're going back to prison again. This time, the charge is much more serious. This time, you'll be tried for murder. What? This is impossible. I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trite. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, who the hell are you? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight. Nick, how could this be happening? Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Oh, Ronnie! Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny? What the heck's going to happen next? Actually, this might be a good time for me to... Yeah, this is a good time for me to probably stop. As much as I would like to continue, but these cases can go on for a very long time. And I'm already getting quite tired, and my voice is kind of starting to give out a little bit. So, give me a minute. A little bit of that. A little bit of... Who am I going to raid into? Oh, that would be funny. Oh, there's another good bean. That's always a good bean to go into. Let's see. Nah, they've been going for a very long time. But not these ones. These ones have been going only for a little bit, it seems. Actually, you know what? I think I know who I want to go for. Because I don't get much of a chance to really say hi to them. And so I'm going to say, let's get a comfy bunker. And go say hi to Kubrick and the gang. I don't know if I'm going to continue this game tomorrow, or if I'm going to be doing something else. But I'm going to have to figure that out. Ugh. Until then, I'll have to figure that out. But until then, I am going to get a nice bit of rest. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight as we did a fun little game today. I hope you'll join me tomorrow as we play games with either friends or try to finish the case. Until next time, everybody, I do hope that you all stay well and that you stay all comfy and cozy. All I know is that I definitely feel exhausted and I could definitely go for a nice rest. I love you all. Make sure you stay well. Until next time, everybody. Mwah.